Welcome to your BDM show of the week.
Yeah, man.
We got a special guest. He's on Skype from L.A. It's our buddy Akeem Woods. What's going on, Akeem?
Hello. Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. Good. It's really good to check in with you, see how things have been going. But, it's funny. The last time we talked to you, it was almost like immediately following us hanging up on you. And then your entire world started to sort of explode, did it not?
Yeah, I think everyone's world exploded. It just happened.
No, I mean your penis world exploded.
Whoa.
Oh, I wish. No, I've been.
or your nudes world, or your remember?
Oh yeah,
You're
yeah,
getting
I know that.
blackmailed.
Yeah, you were.
Oh,
Getting,
Akeem was like, what is it? What are you talking about?
My
This-
dick didn't
this is-
explode.
Oh,
This is the best
the
part about
extortion.
Akeem is that he was being extorted and then forgot he was being extorted. That's what makes him
Well,
awesome.
there's been so many other things going on
Right.
lately that
Oh,
I
yeah.
completely forgot about the dude who got my nudes.
Oh.
Yeah, I
So-
totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so tell Tom, walk
Yeah.
Tom through this because I got bits and pieces. Me and Sam are a little more dialed in than Tom is.
Yeah. First, let's
So
start.
some dude tricked me.
Mm.
I was on Grindr. Well, backstory: I haven't had sex with a dude since like March 14th, which is ridiculous.
Man, it seems like a long dry spell.
I mean, he put up a text that made me like laugh so hard and feel bad for you when you said, I haven't sucked a dick in so long. What's a guy got? Like, what were you? What you? It's
Whose
like
dick do I gotta
suck,
suck?
suck
Suck
a
your
dick
dick?
around here.
I was like, whose dick do I gotta suck to suck a dick, or something like that? I posted
Kabam.
something like, yeah.
Now,
But that's true, right?
Akeem.
You've been going through a dry spell, I guess.
Well, COVID-19. I mean, you can't really be meeting people right now, right?
I don't know about you guys, but I've been sucking dicks like crazy.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What?
I haven't. I've been trying to.
That's how I heard how not to get COVID.
Akeem, now, excuse my ignorance, but I just
I've been
thought.
just using it my whole life.
Yeah, I know. So
Get 'em.
I just thought it was way easier for a gay male to.
No, it is prior to the pandemic. I could go suck a dick right now, but with
Yeah.
all those pandemic stuff going on, I'm not trying to hook up with random motherfuckers and get sick. Like condoms don't protect against COVID.
Oh,
But
'Cause if they did, I'd be having sex like yesterday.
yeah.
But doesn't your horniness override that?
Yeah.
Where you find a dude and you're like, you cool, bro?
Yeah, you just had to go, or you just go to the COVID test center, and the people that come out negative, you suck their dick.
I mean, honestly, that's at this point I might have to do that, but no, it hasn't happened. Because I was
Yeah.
talking to a dude, and then we were both quarantined, and then now he's back in Boston. So it's just been a bunch of things going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I would be like, if I was gay, I would just go and be like, hey, you been in your house? You cool? All right. I was like,
It's what we're doing now. We're just like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hug
yeah.
my mom and I look at her and I'm like, "You been cool?" And she looks at me. She's like, "You been cool?"
Well, really for
so,
her.
So it's only danger. Hold on a second. It's not really dangerous for you, Akeem. It's only dangerous for the 80-year-old guy you're sucking off.
Well, yeah, I'm not into the dudes that old anyway. But I'm not trying to get sick. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
But
no
if
one
you-
just wants to
but
get
if
the
you
damn.
did, I don't think you're getting on the ventilator. So what?
No.
So
Well,
the key
but
is to
still-
have the 80-year-old guy suck your dick. So if he dies, it's no big thing.
Well, it's
that's fair.
it's really you just don't even want to get the symptoms of COVID because
don't.
of the pain in the dick.
But if you do, you want to be young.
It's true.
Yeah. But still, it's just like who wants to get fucking flu-like symptoms for a couple weeks and be miserable?
But the
not
best
worth
way to
one
get the
dick
flu,
sucking.
but the best way to get the flu is by getting your dick sucked.
Also, didn't I read in somewhere that like you can. It's not sexually transmitted. It's just like someone literally didn't they put out something where you should wear masks if you're gonna have like random sex with strangers?
Yes.
like that's
that was
something
an
right?
actual thing. Yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
laughed
and if
at.
you're into masks, this is your time to shine. But
Exactly.
And you don't have to be. And actually, it's more advantageous for the gay male community because you don't have to be face to face. You know what I'm saying? During sex, if you don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like
you realize that gay men can have sex in other positions than doggy style, right?
I did not realize that. because I'm ignorant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he said.
Can you do missionary?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, they can do various other positions.
I guess that is
Yeah.
true. You can.
Yeah.
You just got to.
You gotta just.
Lift it up.
Get a game ready.
No, I don't think you need to lift it up.
Well, I mean, the
because
ass.
I'm assuming that it'll be hard.
Huh?
Yeah.
The toughest way to do missionary is if the guy's not into it because his flaccid dick just gets in the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, move that thing. I'm
You gotta-
trying to fuck you.
You gotta
Yeah.
tape the dick up.
Yeah.
We'll use
Yeah.
some painter's tape or something.
Yeah.
So it
Well, you
doesn't
wanna use
hurt.
the blue.
I'll send you some videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, send Tom some videos.
I'll
Use
send you a
them-
video of me skipping.
Yeah.
You
Which
don't wanna
is-
see
It's
that.
the most grotesque thing you could ever see.
So anyway, go back to
Yeah. So he got his nudes stolen.
So what happened? So I always wonder with the dick pic thing because me and Daniel talk about this. We haven't been in the dating scene since like smartphones were a thing.
we missed the whole dick pic thing.
So we never experienced
much.
the dick pic. We're old, and like and we've been married for too long.
I mean, had I been born, in like the same time that you had, Akeem, I think I'd be a king of dick pics.
Oh yeah. That's if
Yeah, dick pics are great. I'm helping straight men take better dick pics because you guys are terrible at it. Apparently,
That's actually a good idea.
Well, what is the proper way? Let's talk about
Let's
dick
talk about
pic.
dick pic etiquette.
So
well, first of all, unsolicited ones are stupid. Like, send dick pics to people who want to see a dick. Don't just. No woman has ever, or man has ever been like, well, maybe men because we're hornier than, but like, just ask.
Yeah.
But also, like,
Agreed.
it's supposed, like, you should show, not just, obviously your dick shouldn't be flaccid. It should be groomed, unless she's into hairy dicks, but it shouldn't be like, she should be able to see the dick, not a fucking.
What about red? What if it's red and looks like you just pulled it out of a fire?
I mean, if that's what she's into.
well now
And people like to see the body too. Like, they want to see your dick and your body, not just your dick poking out of your
Yeah, but
boxers.
the problem is not every guy's fit like you are. Like, you're a good-looking, fit young man.
yeah.
I mean, I'm alright.
So, like, you with your dick out is going to be less aggressive than Big Fat Blobbo with his little white, inflamed, red-hot, ashy-looking dick.
Yeah, well, if that's how your dick looks, then then just know that you're not a dick pic person. Not
No, but
everybody's
they
meant to
want to
send
be
dick
it.
Yeah, but the urge...
Those are
is-
the ones that want to show it off the most.
Yeah, the urge to be it is so great. Like, Sam and I came across a dick pic on Discord that this was an red ashy dick. Like, this dick needed lotion.
Moisturizing, yeah.
It was dry and scaly,
It was
like
scaly.
a old dragon.
Yeah, some people don't need to send them. Like, if you need to realize that you're not a dick pic person, and that's fine. We're not all dick pic people.
Right.
So how did this
Well,
particular person snag your dick pics?
Well, before we get to
Okay.
that, Akeem, back to what angle the dick
Oh, that's
pic,
a good question.
because
Best angles, yeah.
so now in all the dick pics I've seen,
you don't want to. Here's the first one you don't want to do is you don't want to shoot straight down at your dick over the toilet. I feel like that's an amateur.
Not
joke.
over the toilet.
No, not over
Yeah,
the toilet.
That's gross. But it basically is if it's you standing up and and your dick is just there. That's pretty much it. Like, you don't need fancy angles unless you have a small dick and you're trying to make it look bigger. Then do all the fancy angles you want.
now
But I don't have that problem.
is it a selfie or is it I position my camera
Put the
on
timer
my
on.
dresser and then I go
3 seconds. I put mine at the base of my dick and I shoot out.
Oh.
Almost like POV, like you are the dick. I'm like a
Yeah, you
Spielberg.
can get all fancy with it. Mine's
Yeah.
mine's was just selfies though.
Mine's fancy. I'm like M Night Shyamalan dick.
do you one strong arm?
Yeah, I do. The lady in the
water.
Water, yeah.
So
I do,
is
the village.
it? Do you have
dick.
your face in the dick pic? Like if I'm holding my dick and I'm shooting like a selfie, but down below it'd be like my dick is in the fore.
And Akeem, Tom, you can see him on camera. Right? Tom has lost a lot of weight. He's quite hunky right now. So I have a feeling that what you're telling him to do right now, he's actually going to do it.
I'll send you one, Akeem, if you want.
I like
don't know
that.
if you
I'll
want
broker
that.
the deal. And it's long and skinny.
At this point, Tom, sure, why not?
Because okay, let me ask you
I
this.
like the idea. What happened in 2020? Well, our president went mad. There's a pandemic, and Tom's dating Akeem Woods. It's crazy.
Akeem, I promise we'll get back to dick pics, but I have a question that, and like again, excuse my ignorance. This is just for me.
Oh, I didn't even talk about racial tension, Black Lives Matter, and all of that
Not
popping
yet.
off.
Not yet.
But-
Good God.
I want to talk about all right. So if I send you a dick pic, would it be less good for you knowing that I'm not homosexual and I'm straight? Because it doesn't work that way. Opposite, like for instance, if I see a nude woman or a nude picture of a girl and I know she's a lesbian, it doesn't really take anything away from it for me.
Oh,
because you're still attracted to the
Yeah,
woman.
yeah,
Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
That's a good question. Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
The dick's a dick.
okay,
Yeah, I'm with Akeem. It's like you're looking at the dick for the dick.
Right.
But does that
Yeah.
work for women? Because I think you're a guy, so you're like very
Specific types of women. I think Samantha could.
Mm-hmm.
She could get a dick, judge it for being a dick, but not necessarily be attracted to the dick.
well.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, like,
But she's a professional. Like you're in this world
I also
of talking.
don't want
and-
unsolicited dick pics.
Well,
No.
Now, if
I
it's
mean,
my-
like if somebody
Yeah.
asked you, like, hey, like it wouldn't weird you out, is what I mean.
Well-
It's a long-winded way of saying that you're.
if I knew the guy was gay, no.
right.
No.
Well, that's what I mean. Does it take anything away from the picture or image if the person's gay or straight?
I guess it's only
The
if you
answer
really
is
want to
no.
be with that
Okay.
other person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why does
Yeah.
it matter?
Right.
It's
Akeem's
just a
saying
piece
no.
of
Okay.
meat
All right.
you're looking at.
So then
My camera will be back on in a second. I just have to check something. But go
He's
continue.
got, he
No,
just
no,
got a
you're
dick
fine.
pic in his DMs.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna check he's gonna check his dick.
so you took some dick pics.
He's taking some right now. That's why
And-
the camera's on.
and then you sent it to a person that you found on Grindr.
Okay, I'll tell you the whole story.
Okay.
Let me get back to this. All right. Are we back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So I was talking to this dude on Grindr, and he wasn't like unattainably hot, because sometimes you'll see dudes who are so hot you're like, oh yeah, there's no way that you're really into me, this is clearly a scam. But this dude was just like, oh no, I've fucked dudes hotter than you before, so this pans out. So me and this dude were like talking back and forth, sex and blah 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 blah. He sent me a bunch of nudes, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I sent him a bunch back, and we're talking back and forth, and then he texted, and then he assumed that I was down low because I don't have a profile picture on my Grindr account. But I don't have a profile picture on my Grindr account because I tour for a living, and I mainly use Grindr when I'm on the road.
Makes sense. Yeah.
To hook up with random people after shows. But I don't need them to know, hey, that's the guy on stage. So that's the reason why I don't have a picture. I'm definitely not like out. I'm definitely not like discreet or down low or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
guess that's what his assumption was. So we're texting back and forth, blah 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 blah, and then he's like, hey, just shoot me a text, and we can hang out sometime. I don't use this app that often. The app doesn't work that well, which is fair because the app is terrible and it is always constantly like fucking up messages and shit. So he sent me his phone number. I'm like, okay, cool. So I texted him, and we started texting back and forth. Then he sent me this slew of messages, like 7 messages back to back. And he was basically like, hey, I got your information. Basically, I guess he had one of those things where you can reverse someone's phone number and find out like their name and information and where they and all the shit.
Yeah.
So he sent me a text back with all my information. He's like, hey, I know your name and I know your Facebook and your Instagram and I'm going to expose you and blah, 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 blah. But I guess he didn't take the 5 seconds to click on any of my page and be like, oh yeah, he's an out gay man.
Right.
Like he didn't take any time to realize
So
that I don't
the
give a fuck
horrible
about
angle here is that this dude was thinking you're completely like in the closet. You're
Yeah.
like you said, down low. Like you're not talking about being homosexual because you're afraid that your family or where
Or
you
whatever,
work could
you
be
just don't
anything.
want to, yeah.
It's your and that's your business. And he was going to take advantage of that and basically
Yeah.
out you.
And then what was funny is, so then he messaged me and said all that, and then I made the post that I made, and then he messaged me again from a different number and was like, he's like, send me $5,000, or either $1,000 or $5,000. Yeah, it was $5,000. He's like, send me $5,000 and I'll make this disappear. And then I sent him a message like a LOL, like a laughing emoji. I'm like, dude, you scammed the wrong motherfucker. Like I drive a Honda Civic. Like I don't have $5,000. Like what? Who do you think you scammed? That I just have $5,000? I don't have $5,000. And then he messaged me back, and he was like, all right, or send me $50.
Wow.
50.
Wow.
That's some good negotiation.
Like a big.
Where did you learn your negotiating skills? You went from $5,000 to $50.
You drop some zeros.
But that's fantastic for you. I mean, as a comedian, it's awesome that he's just writing bits for you, right? I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I made that post about it, and then I was gonna make a video about it.
Now hold on.
At first I thought it was funny,
Akeem,
and then
yeah, go ahead. At $50, would it be worth him or worth it to you to pay him so he doesn't release those on the internet or like put it on?
But that's not how extortion works, because then he'll just keep doing it. He'll just keep saying, well, next month, hey, send me $50 more.
There's no proof that he deletes those pictures.
Of course,
right,
yeah.
exactly.
The whole thing obviously is not worth sending him any money because it's impossible to verify if the guy destroyed the pictures. That's the problem with all these extortion things anyway, like sex tapes and all this stuff. It's like,
there's no way to prove it.
Yeah, for sure, that person that says there's no other made copies of it, like because because that's what they do. They're pieces of shit.
Oh, and that's one of the major problems with digital media, though, is how easy it can be copied.
But let's say in a perfect world, would it be worth paying him the $50 so that because what if he did put the dick pics and everything on the internet, and then we just looked them up right now, and we're like,
I'm looking at them right now.
Because
well done, by the way.
I would look at them.
That's why I made that post. My dick looks great. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he leaked them, that's why I jokingly started an OnlyFans page, and I'm waiting for it to get approved. And then I'm gonna post it. I was gonna post the link to the OnlyFans page. I was supposed to video and the link to the OnlyFans page. Like, if y'all want to see me naked, just pay $10 and y'all can see me naked.
People would do that.
But then the whole world started exploding with the Minneapolis thing and all this other shit started happening, and I completely forgot about it. So I never posted it.
Of course you would. I mean, like, obviously when the world's being ravaged by the effects of what happened, the tragedy with George Floyd and all that, it has been insane. So of course you would jump to something else. What's funny to me, though, thinking about this thing, though, you bring up an interesting thing that I've seen normal people pivot to right now in COVID, and it's the normal person has OnlyFans and is able to get a decent amount of people subscribing. Like, I have friends that have done it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people making a lot of money from that shit.
Yeah, like I have normal friends.
Explain it to me.
It's just an OnlyFans. Like, so you have your own page. They can opt in, put their credit card in, and then they are a member of your private site. And you just link your own pictures and videos.
Of whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
So you personally can have a subscription service to whatever.
Yes.
And then you could tell your audience, similar to what we build at BDMs.
Pictures and video,
Mm-hmm.
So now they just made it easy for anybody to start their own subscription.
OnlyFans, I'm sure. What's the cut, Akeem? Do you know what?
I don't know yet because I haven't approved yet, but the cut's it's like 10% or 15%, something like that. It's not huge.
Yeah, it's still a good amount. I think.
I mean, they're doing fine with it. But I know people who are making, like, a lot of porn stars use it.
Yeah,
people still get money from their own porn, but now that the porn business is so saturated, they've used that as also to subsidize. Like, hey, if you watch me in this porno and you like my porn, well, here's me posting my own porn.
Oh well, didn't there was some model that was like employed.
That was last week.
Yeah, and she tried OnlyFans and was making, and then
I think she's like from Ireland, right?
Yeah, made like $65,000 a month. And then just
probably way more than
quit
she
her. Quit her job. She's like, oh, well, there's this. Like, same thing happened with Busey when Snapchat offered the subscription service in their thing. He went from like trying to hustle and do these events and do all these things, and then it's like, oh, I'm making 6 figures a month just this way.
Yeah.
That's it's kind of what, like, with BDMs and subscription.
And it can go just as crazy. Like, Akeem, I've got some friends that have done it, and they're like traditional style nude cam girls, and then I have a new friends, friends that I've known for a long time that are new to it that don't even go that crazy. Like, it's literally just bikini. There's literally no nudity.
People are so bored at their house right now, and they have some of them have extra money because of unemployment or stimulus check or whatever. They can't go to strip clubs. They can't go to the normal thing. So a lot of people are just posting pictures and making money.
And is it assumed that if you have an OnlyFans page that it's going to be something sexual?
I think that's the
it's the assumption, but it's not. But it's not the. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it could be whatever. Like you're just paying a subscription for whatever this person wants.
It's just like most Patreons that I look at are traditionally like podcast and like people doing new media, but there are a handful of them that are adult. You see what I'm saying? Like it works the 180 of like OnlyFans. OnlyFans just has that name of being attached to like your cam soda and your traditional camming sites.
And you can message your people. Like you can like there's a chat section. So like there's certain porn stars that I know.
Yeah.
Because I know a bunch of gay porn stars because my buddy Brad hosts the Gay Porn Awards every year.
All right.
And so there's certain gay porn stars who will have it linked to their Twitter and they have a bunch of Twitter followers, and then they'll say if you follow them on OnlyFans, like if you pay for the subscription, they'll reply to DMs. So like you can message them and actually talk to them.
Right.
And like you can request videos from them, or you can you can actually interact with this super hot porn star and be like, hey, make a video of you doing this, or here's $20, go do this, or blah blah blah.
Yeah, okay. Going back to nude photos, we've seen a lot of nude photos get leaked in celebrities and whatever, and I'm always like shocked when some nude photos get released and they're like very graphic and to the point and not like I guess sexy at all. For instance, this happened with Hope Solo
because they're not set up. They're not. You don't have the makeup and the the lingerie and the good lighting and the airbrush.
I'm not saying you need to put a Tony Rage photo shoot together. I'm just saying it's like, here's a very bright, super up close HD photo of my butthole. God damn. Like, you know, like, with Hope Solo, she was taking just like a bright.
It goes back to just
of her vagina, like, but not in
the vagina.
Well,
I've always thought that for anyone who takes nudes, if you take nude pictures, expect them to be leaked.
Right.
And if you're not comfortable with them being leaked, then don't take the pictures.
Yeah, but what Tom's saying is that why would you take such a haphazardly bright and red?
Maybe the person that she was talking to was into that.
Maybe,
no,
but
I think it was a quick. I think it was not having a creative eye.
Like, for instance,
it could have just been an accident too. I'm not exactly sure who you guys are talking about. So
Hope Solo used to be she was a goalkeeper for the U.S. women's national team.
Yeah, they hacked her phone, so it wasn't something that she was wanted to send to people. Right. It was just in her phone.
Oh, she's white trash glorious.
But again, you see this happen every once in a while when they hack the phone, and it's just the nude photos are. Like, they're fine, but they're unflattering.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, they're just like, you didn't really post. For instance, like, if I'm taking a picture, or like, say Crystal takes a picture, a bunch of them, and I got my shirt off. Like, and when she's going to post one, I'll be like, hey, post the one where I don't look as
melted,
disgusting or whatever. Like, maybe it's a bad like, you don't want a paparazzi beat shot.
If you're saying that she didn't send it to anybody and they took it off her phone, it could have been that was just a bad take. She could have had a bunch of takes and it was a good take, and she sent the good take. But obviously, if they're trying to humiliate her, they're going to post the bad take. So that could have been
fair enough. There's another. Get rid of the bad takes.
Yeah, but there's another question here too, because I'll throw my hat in the ring. There was a time when I was concerned about hemorrhoids on my butt, and Akeem, I apologize for even saying this with you on the phone. But my wife took a picture of my butthole.
Oh, like a medical or
for me to look at it. But guess what? I don't know where that photo's at, and it's somewhere on my phone, I think.
You sent it to me one time.
And and I'm not worried about it being leaked because I'm not in it. No one would ever know that it's my butthole, but it's out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's another point,
too. It could be a medical thing.
When you take your dick pics, Akeem, is your face in them?
He said no.
He said no.
Okay, all right. So there'd be no way.
You're not writing any of the shit that Akeem says down?
Sorry.
He's trying to give good advice.
So there'd be no way of anybody knowing that it's yours, really.
No, I would tell people it's my dick. It's a great dick. I'm not upset. Like,
shit, send it to me. I'll send them out and tell people it's my dick. Because
if they believe,
I don't think you're brown enough. You're not brown enough. I'd have to see how brown you are. Take your pants off and let me see your dick.
No, it is not.
And then let me see Akeem's dick, and I'll tell you whether or not it can pass. It's not like a fake ID. You can't just hold it up real fast for the bouncer to look at and then go right into the club.
I mean, people would know it's not mine, but I'm just saying that, I'd want it to be.
And who are you sending dick pics to?
I think he and his wife do more than
clients,
we even get clients.
Whoever,
that's great.
Whoever calls me, I'll just send
Does Akeem know that your wife took sexy photos and that she printed one on metal and hung it in your bathroom?
Probably not.
Sweet. Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't that cool?
Did you do it for her?
No, and I didn't, and it's weird that she did it. Long story. So this after the person asked for $50, then did you tell him like fuck off or?
No, I just stopped. I made the post that I made on Facebook, and I stopped replying to him.
Yeah.
And then all this shit happened, and I completely forgot about it. And I looked, my nudes don't post it anywhere, and he hasn't contacted me. So I'm guessing he just realized
he
that
moved on.
I'm
Yeah.
not for shit.
Yeah, he moved on.
Was
for
it
sure.
was it a because this happened to Crystal one time? It's a popular scam where they'll contact you and say, I hacked into your laptop or phone. And
Yeah. I heard that scam before, but this was like. He actually had them. I knew he had them.
Yeah.
I just sent them to you. So
I just didn't know if it was an advanced version of that, and this person's not a real it's just a scammer.
No, so I reported him, and I filed a report, and apparently they can't do anything legally because I didn't send him any money. So technically, it's still extortion, but it's not like they can't like press any charges or look into it. They really don't give a fuck, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I think that they can. They probably just lied to you because that sounds like
they
some
just
bullshit.
don't. They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And so I filled out a report or whatever. And I was gonna post this video, and I still might when things die down, just to like make knowledge of it, because it's like. Because at first I thought it was funny, because it still kind of is, but then at the same time I thought it was really fucked up, because like what if they would have did that to someone that was like still in the closet?
And they will.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's kill yourself type shit. Yeah, no, that's
exactly.
That's
why I posted about it, and because that's really fucked up that they did it to me, and they just happened to pick someone who just didn't give a fuck.
Well, I thought you made a really good point, and I loved what you said about even you being comfortable. When you came out, you know what I mean? Like that's such a personal choice that has nothing to do with anybody else. And
and that was like 5 years ago. Like if this would have happened like 6 years ago,
right.
It would have been a totally different thing. I would have had to give that dude $50 or whatever the hell was happening.
Oh yeah, and who knows what kind of fucked up turmoil you would have been going through. Yeah, but yeah, you did the right thing in reporting and trying to at least stop it from happening again.
But, Samantha, Daniel, if let's say there's a nude out there, like because I have I've got some nudes that are floating around. I don't know. Crystal took them one time.
I got them.
There was a couple different scenarios. One time I was taking a shower after I got fake married at a Predators game, and they put me up.
Do you have any nudes from when you were young?
Yeah, but they were like the only evidence is like they're on actual
rolls of film,
like not rolls, but like
the negatives.
No, he's talking about actually pictures. He
can't
even remember what a photograph is.
Photograph.
My God, did you just forget what a fucking picture is called?
I wanted to say physical form of a picture.
Yeah, like a printed photograph. That's weird.
Where do you have those at?
Like a Polaroid?
I don't know now. Like they got lost in the shuffle. Who knows? They're out there.
My wife brought a couple
garbage
to the studio. I'm like, where did you get these?
So
like artifacts.
Actually, some used to be in like old picture books. But it was me taking.
Are you nude?
Yes, and Crystal took a picture of it.
You guys have always been a little weird with your nudity. Every bathroom,
it's not flattering.
Every bathroom they have, Akeem, has a nude picture of one of the family members in it
with their butts out.
Yeah.
So let's just say that picture because it's not flattering. I'm standing in the shower,
with your dick out.
I'm in the shower. Yeah.
Well, so it's you standing there with
soapy dick?
Like shaved pubes, like a fat baby, and you're nude.
I was fatter then, and then like tiny.
Who takes
white
that
dick.
photo? Tiny little pink dick.
Yeah. It's
okay. So what's the question?
Well, my question is because there is an amount of money. So let's say that picture resurfaced, and then the person's like, hey. I know what you do, and I got this picture. I'm going to release it. I'm going to put it on the BDM page or whatever. And once it's out, like, even if you try to get it out, like, people will save it and then share
wildfire.
it. Yeah, it spreads. It's impossible. So they have that, and they're like, all right. And so I don't really care that much. Like, what the fuck do I care?
Right.
Like, I'm married. I'm, whatever. Like,
you're as good as dead. I got you.
I don't have a big ego or any ego. Like, people make fun of me all the time. Like, if people would laugh at it, or like, but I also, on the same vein, don't want it out there. Like, so there is an amount of money. If someone
and you do have sons that other kids will come up to and be like, my daddy showed me your daddy's dick online.
I assume by the time my sons get the age, like nudity, like will be
I hope your sons run up to you one day and they're like, Akeem Woods showed us your dick online.
I think I'd pay $500. I think that's the number to like. If I could assure, like, obviously, just like to not make that happen and just make my life easier, not take it down.
You know what makes more sense though? You can make more than $500 if you just post it yourself. If you just made a page or was like, hey guys, someone took this picture for $10. I'll send you the picture, or $20 or whatever. Yeah. And then anyone who wants to see the picture can give you the money, and then you can just make the money that you're going to send.
Akeem Woods good at business.
He is good at business.
I don't know.
Take some notes.
The thing is, I don't know. There's not that many people there who want to see me. If I made
but if there's one, then it's worth it.
No, then it's not worth it because the money is not worth.
No, because people would donate and give you money just because they feel bad for you. People don't actually want to see the product; they just want to give you money.
Oh, I
made a Facebook post of a video that I was hoping would go viral, but it got like 5,000 views or 4,000 views.
That's good.
Saying that I would if you're racist or homophobic, Venmo me, and I'll say the racist, homophobic things you can't say because I'm black and gay. I made it in a funny video or whatever. And a bunch of people sent me money. None of them were actually racist or homophobic. Right. They were just like, "That's hilarious. Yeah. We'll give you money."
Oh, you didn't get Tom's email then? Oh, he went on a rant of I can't.
Big Tim sent me money.
Yeah,
really? How does he have any money? Unemployed.
He has his ways.
Although
and means,
but would people send me? It's not like I'm destitute or need money. They know that. So is there an audience out there that wants to see nudes of me? I don't think. I think
there's an audience out there that want to see nudes of anybody because I have said this before and I stand behind this statement. There isn't one person in Hollywood or that has a level of celebrity in my brain that I don't want to see nude.
But enough for you to pay for it?
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, if you just got to find the right price point because they'd all be different. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I
think you would make more than what you'd end up spending to get him to not do it.
I agree.
And also the fact is, if you send this dude $500, like you said earlier, there's no way to know if he's gonna delete it. He can just wait another 2 or 3 months and message you again from a different username and be like, "Hey, send me $500 again."
It's impossible to make this work, and that. But I'm curious, Daniel, Samantha, is there a price that you would pay if you can definitely
guarantee
that? Yeah, like because there has to be.
I'd probably go a little higher than yours.
Here's the thing: if some people, the people that say 0, I don't think that's a lie.
500 is pretty accurate. I told you before. I think you're good at this. You usually have you slap a pretty fair number on stuff like that. 500 is in the ballpark. I kind of want to lean a little higher, but 500 is definitely. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do it for less.
Because even if someone said I don't give a shit at all, like it'd be worth $5.
It also does depend on the picture.
That's true
in
too.
My opinion.
If you look awesome,
right? Then you're like.
But some people don't care about that. They, obviously they don't.
Like I don't think my wife cares how good. Like I could give her compliments from here into the. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like with her, it's more of for her, it's more
privacy thing.
More it's ingrained. It's almost like that is a private area, and that is to be protected. It's almost like at this point, it'll never change. Yeah.
But I think everybody has, well, at least not everybody, because the people.
Not me. My price is 0. I'm not giving no money.
Yeah. Because with if you don't give a shit at all and you look good, then you want it out there. Yeah. But then why don't you just put it out there? Because there's that too. There's something stopping you. Something.
Well, a lot of
maybe you just don't want to. Like maybe you just don't want to have.
Yeah, like I'd rather not have.
I just don't. I don't think people need to see me naked, but at the same time, if they want to, they can. Like if anyone ever messages me like, "Yo, let me see your dick," I just send it to them. I'm not like I don't. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Well, me and Daniel want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to not see it. My God. Why all these years I was eating at First Watch, and finally the jig's up. I wanted to see your dick all these years.
Well, then hey, send me some money and you got it.
What's funny is that like you're right. It's why don't you just put it out there? But I think a lot of that would be the stigma, or like
Yeah, if someone else did it, then that's fine.
Right.
But I don't want to do it because then people will be like, "Oh, why are you doing this as a weird, perverted, creepo thing to do?" But if someone else did it, then you'd be like, "All right."
Yeah,
and
I had no control over it.
Maybe even happy they did it because you're like,
that's
now,
what I was trying to say. Thank you. That's perfectly said.
Anyway, Akeem,
how's it going out? You been doing any virtual shows or anything, man?
I did a gay show yesterday. Oh no, I didn't. Maybe it was Saturday. I don't remember. Yeah, because it's Pride Month, so I did a gay show, and I guess a lot of people are like being nice to black people now. So it was like a gay black show, and that was fun. Because I feel like white people just now found out that racism was a thing.
I know, right?
Right.
It was
and
weird.
It's like the most eerie. It's like it's nice, and I'm happy about it. But at the same time, it's like y'all know this has been going on for like generations, right?
Right.
Like y'all didn't like it didn't just not start happening last week. But I've been getting a lot of like really nice words, and people have been tipping me well, and people have been like trying to get me on those shows. And it's like, dude, y'all like we've been going through this forever. Like,
yeah,
it's weird, but yeah, I did do a show. To answer your question, yes.
Well, good. I'm glad that things are at least picking up and that people are finally understanding.
I've seen people promote comedy shows, so someone's like they're starting back up.
Yeah,
like, at least here in
definitely
Florida.
Florida.
Florida's opening back up because y'all are stupid. So
Yeah.
Florida's already
There's
like,
that.
pretty much
Well,
opened up. LA's not, and the two coasts are. New York and LA are still pretty much. Like there's certain things that are open up. Like you can go to a restaurant now, but you have to like they have outside seating, and people and the servers have to wear masks, and like you still have to wear masks if you go shopping. Like we still have a lot of protocols going on, but no entertainment is open. Like no movie theaters or like live entertainment or anything like that is opened in LA or New York.
Akeem, do you think, and this dawned on me when Chappelle released his YouTube,
that was good.
His mini special, that was good. But it kind of reinforced the fact that like, yeah, he could do this whenever he wants to say something, or even if he has like just a beginning bit worked out, maybe not fully fleshed out yet, and he could just release it, film it for, I mean, even though that it's a big production or whatever, like, okay, let's just say it cost $100,000 to do that with all the people, and
if you buy it, it ends up becoming cheaper, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
and I'm sure he does. All these guys end up buying more than they were originally putting out, just so they can keep the cost down and do it whenever they'd like.
Yeah. So, but it's like, I know it's not popular at all, but like the Louis C.K. model of releasing your own content. Anyone with a name, I mean, obviously Chappelle's the biggest there is, but you go down the list to even the comedians that are just, let's say, nationwide popular. They can just release their own stuff and monetize it some way so that they could just do this as a business model,
if
right?
they're big enough, yeah.
If they're big enough, and that's, you don't even have to.
Yeah. What's the question?
Well, do you think that everybody's going to start doing that? Like,
Not everyone.
No.
I think if you have the means to do it, if you have the following to do it, if you have the backing to do it, yes. But if you don't have those three things, then you can't do it.
Of course. And
not only, not that you can't do it, but you'll lose money on it.
Yeah.
If you don't have the following, the people that want to consume it, it doesn't. We could have always did it, but it's more work to do it that way.
Yeah.
And there won't be a payoff unless you have that following, or unless whatever you put out is that good that it gets you a payoff.
Do they talk about?
It's just more risk in it.
Yeah.
But when you're at a level like Chappelle and shit like that, and like Louis C.K. who has a shit ton of money, when you're at that level and you have this following and this fan base and you have this money, then you're not going to lose that much money. So it's worth you doing it.
Well, yeah,
it just takes more work.
Of course, like I didn't mean the smaller comedians, they couldn't because they don't have the following. But there's a lot of a shit ton of comedians that have like a huge to medium sized following that I don't even know. I guess if Netflix or some other big company is buying it, then why just sell it to them? But it seems like you could just self-produce everything you put out because it's cheap enough and you can get 100% of the money.
You just need to get to a point where you don't necessarily need other media to get eyes on you.
Yeah.
If you're still dependent upon that, I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, we could produce, even like us. I mean, we can produce stuff in house, but we still need that initial group of our own listeners to kind of.
We exclusively because we're only releasing stuff to our own listeners at this point. We're not releasing it to the just people that don't know us. So everybody's similar, like doing that kind of thing. But you're right. If you're a gigantic, then you're releasing it, and then other media is picking up and saying, "Hey, look at this."
We get a little bit of that, but incrementally, it's just tiny. And most of ours is grassroots on the floor, man. Well, Akeem, we missed the hell out of you, man. I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad your dick's okay. And
what have you guys been doing? Have you guys been to any of these fancy protests? Is Orlando having them?
We have had.
We do have them.
We had a few, and they've been going on. I don't really know the status of it now. I know that there's still some select groups of people that have been downtown. I think our curfews are now lifted, so that's good. Don't need people getting hurt. But we do need people exercising their right to protest because that's the way this shit's set up.
Oh yeah, and
it's important to do that.
And they're going on, I assume, in every single city.
Yeah.
Like at least every big city, right?
Yeah.
They're it's pretty much global at this point.
Yeah.
Which is cool to see that we're so connected globally that the world reacts at the same time.
It's very interesting. It is. Yeah. Like when you're seeing them pull a statue down in London at the same time they're doing it like Richmond, Virginia. It's like, whoa.
Where it used to take a long time for like a...
The word
I think that the mixture of the two, this whole movement happening right as a pandemic is going on. It's like everyone's unemployed right now. Everyone's at home. Yeah. So everyone's taking in this media and everyone's either outraged or they think it's whatever, but like I think that's why it's happening in the mass that it's happening is because the two things just happen to align.
Yeah,
on the same.
And the internet has the world's attention at the same time. So everybody, essentially, unless you're China or some oppressed country that you only have like the internet they want you to see, but it's
unavoidably top of mind.
Everybody's good.
Well, also because people have cell phones with cameras now, and everything's getting posted to the internet now, and you can't just rely on police to have body cam footage that they're going to
exactly
essentially everybody's watching the same channel and the channel's the internet, but it's all different everything but it's all the internet. We're all watching it, but watching 10,000 different things on the internet, but it's still the vibe. Everybody sees it together and worldwide.
Have you participated in any, or you just kind of?
I donated a lot of money to the funds in Minneapolis because Minneapolis is one of my favorite cities. I go there.
Yeah, I know.
At least 5 or 10 times a year.
You're
I was
a big
literally
fan.
just there in January.
Yeah.
So I send a bunch of money to the people that I know that are like buying food and supplies and funds and helping with protests. And it's crazy because the store that happened at, I've been to like 2 or 3 times. And my friend that I stay at her house, and she lives like 2 or 3 blocks away from that store.
That's
so
crazy.
I'm like in that area constantly.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I've been trying to help out more in Minneapolis.
Good.
I haven't done anything really in LA as far as protesting goes. But I've sent money and stuff, but I haven't physically went out and protest because I was recently like just getting over a cold, and the last thing I want to do is get like other people at protest.
And that's the thing is you get a lot of people that are that want to go out and want to do their part or want to participate, and they can't because of COVID. So as long as everybody's being respectful,
I've just been posting about it and sending what money I can send. So I'm not out here balling, but like I sent the money that I could send.
Yeah, I think that's what most people are doing. Try to do as much as they can. Like I gave to the ACLU,
and then all the money that I got from that racist video thing, I donated that as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was like $100, but it's something.
Hey, $100 is $100. Well, brother, we love you. And when's the next? You planning? Well, I don't know. I guess you're not planning.
I might be in North Dakota at the the beginning of July. I don't remember the dates. But I might be in North Dakota in July.
Well, you got to call us from North Dakota. 'Cause I want to see your impression of North Dakota.
What are you doing in North Dakota?
There's a place called there's a comedy club called the Cellar Club. They're really great. They're a dope ass club, and it's in Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And
yeah, headline there.
And I guess up there they're probably not dealing with too much COVID at all, or
well, a lot of those people think it doesn't exist. So so to them it's fine.
Well,
so,
they also think you don't exist, right? Like Gay Black Orphan. It's like what?
But to them it doesn't because they're so secluded from everything. They're like, I don't have no.
It really doesn't exist.
Yeah. So all right, Akeem.
Well, good talking to you, my friend. Take care of yourself.
It was great talking to you guys too, and when I get to North Dakota, I'll send you pictures of your cousins.
Yeah. Shoot us some super white photos when you get out there. All right, man.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
See ya. Love you, brother. We'll be good.
Dude.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
That's our good friend Akeem Woods, live via Skype.
So let's take a break, and we'll be back with more BDM show.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
And on the line with us right now is the most nervous man in the world.
What's up, guys? Tom and Dan. Yeah.
It's the most nervous man in the world.
You're not really nervous. If you
not.
listen to us, hold on. So you said you started listening to us when you were 13?
Oh, God. Before that, Tom, last time I saw you in person, you were about to box Cabin Boy at the last Smith Monster in your bear suit.
Oh, my God.
And you gave me a fist bump, and that's the last time I saw you in person.
That sounds like me. I remember. Yeah. You know what, sir?
You went through a fist bump phase.
Do you have brown hair?
And then Jimmy, fucking
hello. Hey,
Jimmy
hold
yelled
on,
at me
no
the whole time I was
no
there.
cursing. Hold on, you can't curse. Hold on a second.
I'm sorry.
Are you a white guy? Are you a fat white guy with a beard?
No, I'm actually I'm a very skinny white guy that just went to court this morning.
Okay, so you went. The reason you were calling is you went to court this morning and you did your court hearing
through Zoom.
Via Zoom. Yeah, how did that go?
Well, apparently the judge said it was the first time he's done his job in over 3 months, so it was very cluster F.
Now, what was it? A court hearing for you, or was it a jury duty thing?
Yes. It was a court hearing for me. I had a traffic infraction along with like whatever you call it, like 9 or 10 other people, kind of thing. So you sit there and wait for everybody to go before you, kind of thing, in alphabetical order.
And so, are they doing traffic court online now, like virtually?
That's exactly what it was, man, and it was very, very odd. It was very strange.
So, okay, I've been to traffic court before. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. And in traffic court, there's usually a herd of people. Let's just say
the best people in the world. they're the finest people.
For anybody who's ever been to traffic court, you'll know what I mean. But you're sitting amongst.
It basically looks like Castleberry Animal Crossing.
I watched a person get 6 months probation this morning for a $39 shoplifting arrest from Walmart. So yes, we are the cream of the crop.
And by the way,
the cream of the crop.
By the way, don't think too much of yourself either. And I'm talking to myself as well.
Because you're there as well.
Yeah, you're there amongst everybody. So you're looking around and you're like, oh, this is rough. And you're like,
oh,
well,
I embrace the scumbag.
Yeah. It's pretty sad day. So anyway, so this virtual court, you're on we've all, since this whole thing, we've all at least probably had some experience with Zoom. So the judge is,
the fucked up, the messed up thing is that I never used Zoom before today, so I had to figure all that out this morning.
All right, so you go on the Zoom, and then is the judge one of the windows, and then everybody else sitting in there too, or is it one person at a time?
Correct. What it is that for the entire courtroom with the judge in the center, it'll say courtroom, for my particular courtroom, it said courtroom 3A. So if you clicked on that, that's the whole courtroom. But I don't know who's controlling the Zoom feed, but they're just spamming, clicking on everybody in the Zoom feed. So every 5 seconds, it goes to me, and then it goes to some other person in the chat. So the whole time you're looking at a bunch of BS. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like, for instance...
Well, Sam's saying you can change that setting.
So that it doesn't scroll through each person in the meeting.
From what I understood, I think they had somebody behind the scenes actually controlling that, because whenever somebody would talk, it would focus on them kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's a setting in Zoom. Like,
See, you said to the key is you said to my understanding, and you don't understand anything. So
Listen,
you see what
I've
I'm
never
saying?
used Zoom before.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I should have prepared for it. You know what I mean? But
you sound like you sound like you were watching magic.
Come on.
You know.
So do you get to see all
No,
the
I was
other
playing video games last night till 2 a.m, and then I got drunk, and then I woke up this morning and panicked for the last 30 minutes before the court session.
That's our guy.
That's how it goes. That's how.
So
yeah. You know, I'm a true BDM.
So I see the. By the way, I love that our reputation is like I'm a POS like you, and everybody they listen to you. All right, okay. I'm joking.
I mean that. I mean that with love, guys.
Yeah, I know, but when we hear it, when somebody actually verbalizes it, it makes us sad.
Sir, I'm just messing with you. So the judge,
you guys actually pulled me out of a bunch of stuff, but we won't get into that.
Uh-oh. I don't want to get into it.
Don't talk about it.
Pulled you out of a bunch of stuff.
I mean, like, pulled me out of depression years ago, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, keep your pills. You're gonna need them.
How do we do
No,
that?
I didn't need pills. I just needed you guys.
Oh no, you need
guys did it
pills.
for
I can
me.
hear it.
So,
Okay.
so you're seeing the judge, and then are you seeing all the other juggalos
Yeah,
in
that's
there
what
with
he's saying.
you?
It was scrolling through.
And then
You can, yes, but you have to actively click on them to switch through the thing. And since I don't know a lot about Zoom, I was afraid to click through them. But yeah, we were all the lowest denominations of humanity at that point.
And
you know what I
is
mean?
everybody at home just like the selfie, the phone?
Yeah, and everybody's all dressed up in like fucking pajamas. God, I did it again. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
But yeah,
I want you
everybody's
to do
dressed
more
up in like pajamas.
It's just more work for
Dude,
Samantha.
I dressed up in a suit and I was so worried about it. I dressed up in a suit and a tie just because I've never gotten in trouble and I'm so scared of that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well,
What kind of
Everybody else
suit
is there
though?
and,
Was it like a burgundy suit with like a bright yellow SpongeBob tie and?
No. It's actually a very nice suit. I used to deliver. You have another listener that does this. I used to deliver dead bodies for a living, so it's a very nice.
I'm sure
suit.
you look like $1 million
And
bucks.
everything.
do you have a top hat? Or you're a
I
grave
look like
digger?
$1 million, and everybody else is there in like hoodies and
So,
pajamas.
so everybody else's hoodies and pajamas, and you wore your old dead body suit. You were like
Exactly. Yeah.
Also-
It was making me look like a real pride candidate.
putting on the Ritz.
Also, I don't think it has the same impact over Zoom. It's more of a like the suit is for like an in-person type of deal. Like, when you're on Zoom,
It
the
doesn't
judge.
because they can't see the pants I'm wearing, and they're 2 sizes too small for me at this point, and I'm choking myself out wearing these things.
Oh, thank you for stopping.
Samantha,
I heard
thanks
you about to say it.
You wanted to say it.
So,
I was very close.
so the judge.
I'm trying not to screw you guys up.
That's fine.
No, you're doing a good job.
So okay, hold on. So I've learned in every traffic court case, and we've learned this from Hunchuck. It's just about when you pay
what
the
did
money.
you learn from Hunchuck?
Well, it's just when you hire the traffic attorney, he just shows up, and then when the cop doesn't show up, it's off. Now, if the cop does show up, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So does the cop pop in Zoom? And he's like, "God, I'm here." It's easier for him.
Cop on Zoom.
Here's where it screws everybody over that's doing Zoom. There are no cops in there, so they don't have any. I don't even know how to explain this correctly. They put me on probation without any of the cop here, and now I have to go through probation without them knowing anything about me. Like, it was very.
They just disregarded the
really,
law.
Are you
Nelly.
sure that you were talking to an actual judge, or was this like your friend Harvey?
I can actually send you the video. I was talking to an actual judge, and he had only 3 people sitting behind him, and then 1 officer, and then another officer that only showed up every now and then. That was the only people in the courtroom, and they were all wearing masks except for the judge and the police officer.
What kind of mask?
Now, while they were doing... Just a regular crappy face mask, the 99-cent face mask.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't. They weren't wearing like Teletubby heads or.
Well, they didn't wear the cool black ones.
No, but the thing is, they're all
Biden.
sitting there, and there's never any cop to go in there. I didn't even know the name of the person that I hit until today.
No, you hit somebody.
Like they wouldn't let me contact the person, go through insurance. They wouldn't let me find out anything until today. And now I don't remember her name because I was so nervous through the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Sir, you are a very nervous gentleman.
You are. My
Hold
God,
on.
You got to get some.
You're like my mom's
Xanax.
dog. You're just like it's like you hear thunder and you start wetting
dude,
yourself.
I've been to court once when I was a minor, and now I'm 32. You know what I mean?
So you got into an accident with somebody and then got ticketed for it, and that's why you had this court case?
Hold on.
What happened? This is exactly what happened. I was on the way to my friend's house out in Deltona. He had to put his dog to sleep, and I knew a few of the people that have been talked about actually on 104.1. Some of the home places that come to your house and put dogs to sleep.
Oh yeah.
So I got him in touch with them. Yeah, and so I was riding over there to actually meet up with all of them. And I got there. I arrived there, and I was there for about 10, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden the cops knock on the front door saying that I hit somebody. I do not know if I hit somebody. I share a vehicle with my dad.
Blacked out.
There's
I
one
couldn't remember.
I was giving
Look,
myself
look.
this dog euthanasia as I was driving to the spot.
I know it sounds like bullshit, but I
Yeah,
would never
there it is.
leave the scene, especially delivering bodies for. I've got a ton of respect for just the body thing.
Don't have any respect
I was
for
calling
me.
the cops.
'Cause
I was like, dude,
keep
if I hit somebody and knew it, I would never leave.
I just put him in the
But
back of my
they're
car and
not-
deliver them.
Well, what
This
evidence?
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, dude, I can do that. But I just figured the best line of action was to go with no contest kind of thing, and they put me on 6 months probation. They said I can get out of it early if
This
I
sounds
pay.
real
Well,
sketchy.
hold on.
Yeah, I don't.
How is that your best part? If you didn't do anything, like what? Do they
Well,
have
maybe
proof?
I did.
Why did they
I
think
pleaded,
it was you?
I pleaded no contest, so they adjudicate you guilty.
Well, was the officer that wrote you that went and gave you the
There
ticket?
was no officer there in court. There was no officer there at all. I never saw any of the officers that did this to me, and I've never seen the victim or talked to them.
I don't
This seems
understand what's
bizarre.
happening.
Yeah, because
How did they find you? How did they think?
I
Why
thought
did they
about
think it was
fighting
you?
it. It's just I don't have money to fight it, and what if they can prove that I hit somebody? You know what I mean?
Well, that would mean that you remember
Well,
slightly hitting somebody,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like it's
No,
pretty-
I don't. And dude, you can look at my car. There's a few tiny little. If
Wait,
I
there's
it would be
There's
minimal
a-
damage.
You can look at my car. There's just one body-shaped indention.
Hold on, nervous Ned.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
dude, I totally understand. I understand where you're coming from. That's what the cops were saying. They said, look, there's scratches on your car. She's saying you hit her. Those
Wait,
could be
did
from
you
her.
hit a person or
There's
did
no
you
way
just
to
hit a
disprove
car?
it.
Well, yeah, now you're saying there's a she, so you know the gender of the person you hit. So we're unraveling this web
Yeah, but
of
I don't
lies
remember
here.
her name, man. I only learned that today.
Well,
They wouldn't tell me her name until today when the judge announced her name. You know what I mean?
here's the thing.
No, I don't.
If they're doing virtual court, it's not like they threw out our whole judicial. Oh God!
There it is. Yeah.
Jujitsu?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it,
yeah.
Tom.
Oh, this guy. Now you got the squirrel yelling at you. Everybody in the Twitch chat room is calling him the excitable squirrel.
I almost screamed the F word. I was about to do
You
it,
guys
do
are
it.
killing me.
but
I'm not
Judicial?
trying to make you guys mad or
Judicial.
anything.
You're not making us mad. We just like you
You're
can
making me a little
you
mad.
can understand that we don't fully believe your story,
Well-
right? Like I'm not trying to be a D head or anything, but it just sounds.
Doesn't add up.
Hey, man, that's fine. I can
Sounds
only give you the info I know.
No,
and
I know.
Like I
It
don't
just
even
sounds
know all
crazy.
the info.
It just
They
sounds a
show
little
they showed up
crazy.
at my friend's house saying that I hit somebody, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck I hit. Can you tell me who I hit?
You
And
remember
they
when you said you
no.
didn't want to
And
make
they're
us
down,
mad?
They're down at the end of the street with two other cops, and they wouldn't let me walk up to the car to get their insurance info or nothing.
the thing is,
I mean,
they even though this is virtual court, they still have a system and a system of laws
There's
that they have to
protocol.
follow.
Yeah,
the
there's
protocols.
protocol.
It's like So if the cop had to have been
And I'm
there,
not. Hey, listen. I'm not arguing any of their charges. I just thought you might be interested in how the whole process works.
No, we are interested, but you can understand. Well, Tom's question is why go no contest if you're virtually certain you don't remember ever hitting somebody.
but also if you're saying there's
Oh, dude, I'm poor. I'm poor. I live with my parents. I'm 32. I have no means of income. There's no way I can say I can challenge that. What if they do a video of me doing it? You know what I mean? It's like a gambling thing. What if they do a video of me
It's
doing
not
it?
a
Now I got to
gamble if
pay
you
more
didn't
money.
hit
I don't even
somebody.
have the money to pay $361, and they let me off easy. They said if you pay $361 and you take this 8-hour driving course, then you're done. You don't get any points. You don't get a conviction. You don't get nothing.
Nervous Ned, let me talk to you for a
Oh,
second.
is he on the team now?
Well, it's just, I do like. I can tell
I
the
would love to
gentleman's a
hire an attorney, but
radio listener, they're crazy.
I'm just so scared to.
What if we sent
You know what I
Butler as your attorney?
It's already over. The
What was
court's
it?
done.
No.
It's on
What?
probation.
I want Hunchuck. Where's Hunchuck?
Well, you have to hire him before court date.
Yeah, you can't just
it's
slide
already
him in there at any chance.
It's already over. You've already pled no contest, and your
Exactly.
sentence has
The problem
been
is I
dispersed.
pled no contest now.
Yeah.
That's what Tom just said.
So anyway, Nervous Ned, let me talk to you
He doesn't listen.
because you're a little bit nuts, and I like that. And that's what I miss about radio is the callers are crazier. And we
I'm not trying to be crazy. I really not.
I know you're not. That's what crazy people.
Exactly.
Look,
Believe me,
hey,
man.
Ned, I don't try to be
Yeah,
crazy.
that makes it worse, right? The fact that I'm trying to be normal and y'all are like, no, you're not.
Nobody tries to be crazy.
Right.
That's a Dan Dennis guarantee. Put
Yeah.
that on a shirt.
Yeah. I realize
Hey,
you're trying.
where's Sam's pizza party?
Nervous
don't
Ned, you're
talk
getting
about
crazier.
Sam.
So
Are you going to say that as you're peering through our window tonight?
So-
Oh God.
Where's Sam's pizza
Dude, I'm in
party?
Deland. I'm by your mom. You need to worry about your mom before me coming up there.
Hold on.
you're
All
getting
right.
crazier.
Yeah, slow down.
Yeah. This is where when my wife tells me one day one of these listeners are gonna blow your head off, and I'm like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, it's gonna happen. And I found the guy. It's him, Remy. There's a short list of people that
just,
are like.
type in the command on Twitch. It'll give you all the suspects.
I left the list on my desk when they finally
Yeah.
get me. You'll know who
it's
to
near the
investigate.
ledger. Write yourself a check while you're in there.
You're on that list right now, Ned. So let's go back.
Don't put me on a list. I don't want to be on a list.
Yeah, I know you don't. That's a part of your illness.
Yeah.
You're
Your
very.
new name is Ned's Atomic Nut Bin. That's your new name.
So what went
I
wrong,
call
Ned?
in every now and then. I don't know what the bit's gonna be other than me being crazy.
That's
That's all you
that's
need.
it. Yeah. We
Don't overspice the soup.
You know about carrots, Ned? What color's a carrot? That was to make Butler laugh. Sorry.
I don't know about
I made a roast the other night with a bunch of carrots.
roast. I don't know about that.
We've been cleansing our palate with old Howard Stern videos.
Yeah,
And,
every morning before we start the show, we watch the video of Howard Stern quizzing Beetlejuice,
Oh, yeah,
and
he's
we
like-
cry, laugh, and then we can start the show.
exploiting mentally
You
challenged
guys are
people.
putting a bunch of angry bees in my stomach right now.
Oh,
I'm afraid
calm
of
him
you.
down. Calm him down, Ned. Did they change the law where you can buy a firearm yet?
Oh God.
If
They
they
need to do
haven't,
that.
come on, go.
Yeah, it'd be
I was
cool.
thinking about getting my medical card, so I was holding off on the firearm.
Oh yeah.
Keep holding off on it.
Get the
Yeah,
medical
yeah,
card. You
Medical
need that
card,
more.
Yeah, do that more.
Back to your life, Ned. What? First, you said you started listening to us when you were 13, but you're 32. You're only 6 years younger than me, so you had to have been older than that. I didn't even start radio until I was like 22.
Dude, honestly, it was probably a little bit older than that. But I mean, you guys were the best parts of Monsters back in the day. I listening to you guys and Tiff was that was the best era of that show.
Piff
I
the
mean,
Magic Dragon.
you guys made me. I was so young. I was going into college, and I emailed Daniel, and he even responded to me. I was telling him, I was like, dude, I'd love to get into radio, and Daniel gave me an honest response. He was saying, look, this is not a good time, and sure enough, it got worse. Over the years, and
I
he
only
did
reply
me
to
a huge
college
favor
kids,
by.
too.
Yeah, and Daniel already listen. This is not a good time.
for me to be killed.
He was just,
It would.
Dude, can I tell you?
Just so you know, if you're
I was so
If you're a crazy person and you email me, I will email you back that now is not a good time.
Yeah.
Well,
I do that.
I'm not trying to come off as crazy, but you emailing me when I was a little kid and telling me that was, that's amazing.
That's gonna save you.
Nobody does that. You know what I mean?
Email me.
Good luck getting an email back from Tom.
Oh, no,
yeah,
that's
but
no.
I want you to scream that as you watch the buckshot blow his head into a red mist. I want you to scream. Good luck getting an email back from Tom.
I can't use email.
I can't laugh while I'm on the phone with you guys.
Actually, you should write an email and then stuff it in the barrel of the gun and shoot it through Tom's head. It's the only way he'll respond.
No, I have to deliver the bloody letter to him. I have to find a way to make that happen.
See, you don't make the jokes. When you make the jokes, they sound crazy and then they scare me a little bit. We have to say them and then we laugh. When you say it, it's like you're literally drawing us a roadmap of your crimes.
I laugh so hard at your real guy's life stuff. Like, do you remember when News Junkie got his laptop thrown at him and it busted his fucking head open by Megan? That shit was hilarious.
Okay, we gotta go now.
Hold on, Ned.
Hold on.
I just want.
Honestly, I'm at like 15.
My name's Dan, by the way.
I'm sorry. I just labeled you Nervous Ned just to, save your
No,
identity.
dude, you're fine. I'd love to call in. I know I'm kind of bad at
now you're deadly, Dan.
keeping up with the censorship, though.
Which is worse.
Don't give me the mummy sound effect. I will come up there.
Don't come up here.
Please don't throw it.
Also, I think there is a certain amount of humor in the fact that this sound is what got us killed.
I will never forgive you.
To me, that's
in
funny.
the afterlife, I will never
To me,
forgive
that's
you.
funny. It's like,
If I die over a mummy sound.
Yeah, what happened? What got your legs chopped off? Well, there it is. They played the mummy.
Two podnesters play a sound effect from a archaeological dig, and they're too long to explain. They're like, wait a minute, why is that the reason that Deadly Dan killed you?
Oh my God. Okay.
A machete, I could fight you off, Dan.
Seriously,
I can
guys,
tell.
I love you, and I would never do anything to disrespect you. I don't want you guys thinking that.
Well, yeah, that's what John
You
Lennon's
just cursed 20 times after I asked you not to.
Okay,
the ones that kill you, they love you the most. That's the problem.
Yeah, you love.
I know how it works.
You love us so much you don't want anybody else to have us.
Yeah. That's how next thing you know.
No. Can I tell you the truth? If I told you how, like, when I wake up in the morning, I turn on my phone to iHeartRadio, and that's either going to be Jimmy's show, your guys with a corporate time, or the podcast through a media. Like, you guys are literally on my phone throughout my entire waking hours for the past
man.
It's got to be 10 years now. It's got to be that. Between me switching between you, the Phillips File, now they're gone, and the News Junkie, and a corporate time, and BDM, and just all I do from my waking moment when I wake up, I have you guys and everybody else on my phone, and you guys are what gets me through the day. I don't want you guys to, I know I sound a little bit crazy, but
do you hear us when you're not listening? Because that's a sign.
I know someone.
Yeah. That's do we talk to you when you don't have the phone on?
No. It's not like that. I know you're trying to make jokes and stuff, but it's not like that. It's just I legitimately enjoy, like, it's almost like I'm living my life through you, listening to you with the kids and how happy you are, kind of thing.
Yeah. And
so,
maybe
I don't know. I'm a pretty lonely individual, so it gives me a lot of comfort listening to you guys on a regular.
All right, well, thank you, dude.
We appreciate that.
This is the part where I go really nice.
I know that's a little bit sad, but that's how a lot of people are, I'll bet.
Got to try to save myself at the end here, and be cool
Just
with you,
remember
bro.
to concentrate on Tom and Jimmy's show. Leave me and Sam alone.
No, dude, I love you guys, and if I'm gonna attack anybody first, it's gonna be Jimmy because of one thing you know.
All right.
Don't start that either.
You can. We can worry about that first.
Let's just all agree on Butler and call it a day.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
the bad one.
Butler, and okay. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right,
Hey,
Dan.
I love you guys.
love
Sam, I
you
love
too,
you
man.
too. I love your new hair.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Love you too, man. See ya.
Seeing you. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right.
He's looking at me through the window.
I love your new hair. I can smell it through the glass. It smells like danger.
You're like, I see you're using a new shampoo.
What is this, Aquafresh? I think you love Crest. You're a Crest girl.
You just creeped me out. I just got Aquafresh yesterday.
You changed from Crest. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I live in Dude's doghouse.
Dude bit my feet all up. What?
Sorry for the blood marks on the carpet. Dude bit my feet.
I miss a good Treasure Radio caller.
I know you love
it.
You love 'em.
Reinvigorates me.
It does. I
like
saw
it.
you. It's a perpetual. You had like a perma smile on your face. Let's take a break. We'll come back and close out a corporate time with Tom and Dan right after this.
Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha's here. Now joining us on the couch. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You love him.
It's the butt.
The butt? Is that what we're calling you now? The butt?
I don't know if I like that.
I was going to
No, you don't.
Yeah.
That's a part of my job.
He's bullying you.
Yeah.
He is
It's to
bullying
bully you. Give the names that you don't like.
It's our sales guy, or as Tom likes to call him, Little Mr. Photoshop.
Flip art.
I don't know why you have to say that. The guy's damn good with his Photoshop, but it's our good friend and sales guy, Travis Butler.
So Travis, on the walk over to Publix at lunchtime, told me about a neighbor of his that
His community is getting close to rivaling yours
Yes.
with the amount of characters
yeah.
that are in said community. You know, like you have like Dr. Ghoul, you have Coppertone, Sally.
What is it about the Stony Balonies that have? Is it they would just pick the places?
No, you all congregate in this. You're you're in the cast of characters.
Right.
You know, you're alcoholic one wheel
yeah.
Trump supporter in your neighborhood. And like Butler in his neighborhood is known as like his British bat house ne'er-do-well.
Yeah.
Nude. Don't you go
husband
out
of
nude
Doctor.
under the golf course?
Oh no, my back deck. I mean,
Yeah,
but
he
it
goes out on
overlooks
his
it.
back deck nude drinking coffee like a hairy caveman nude out there with his jingle jangle just swanging.
So, you said that one of your neighbors, when he's working out in his driveway,
Working out, like lifting weights?
No, just working on different projects.
So doing like a home repair type
Okay.
deal.
or yard work.
Yeah. So
All right.
a lot of let's say suburban men like go out and do a project in the driveway, whether it's cutting something, building something. You know, it's like fairly common. But you said this particular gentleman is wearing what you described, not a kilt, but a tight, form-fitting, like stretchy skirt.
Correct.
Like a tennis skirt?
Kind of like a tennis skirt. Yeah, it's almost like a utility yoga skirt or something. I don't know. It
Like
looks
something that Serena Williams would wear.
Yeah.
And does it have built-in, because those tennis
Like a skirt, whereas
Yeah,
the
yeah.
built-in shorts underneath.
So it's
I
like
don't think so.
a men's action skirt?
yes. I can't find anything
Well, he
like
could
it.
just
but
be
we
wearing
looked.
a skirt. I
He
mean,
could just it could be.
And so we went over the obvious, like, wait, maybe this was a kilt, and we started looking up utility kilts, because Daniel mentioned that, like, maybe there's a utility
Well,
kilt.
We all kind of have that one. Okay. What day is it? It's Monday. Well, I guess I can still hot take on a Monday. We all have the friend that's overly either Irish or Scottish. I don't remember which one wears the kilt. Scottish. And we all have the friend that thinks it's a good idea for it, like Oktoberfest or his wedding.
Yeah.
Or that wants to wear a kilt.
I went to a wedding
Yeah.
with that. They're all wearing kilts. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I'm like, come on, put a pair of pants on. You're just wearing it for the day. You have no business wearing it.
You've never even been to Scotland.
Yeah, the only reason you're Scottish is because there's like a drip of Scottish in you, and you're deciding to do this, and it's garbage, and this is dumb. Don't do it. Don't put on the kilt. I put on the kilt.
I'd love if my husband wore a kilt.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah, but it's dumb. It's silly. It's just
why? It's comfy. It's breezy.
No, it's a novelty. You're
also-
wearing it because you want attention. You're wearing the kilt because you want everybody to like, hey, look, he's got a kilt on.
I have no idea what this term even means. But isn't that
God.
a form of cultural appropriation if you're wearing a kilt and you're not Scottish?
Yeah,
It
if
is.
you're not part of a clan, yeah.
It's also the Scottish man's.
That's what they are.
It's
They're
the
the Scottish
Scottish
clans.
man's parrot or python.
Yes.
If you're wearing it because you want attention. You're not wearing it because.
Well, what if
it's-
it is just a skirt because he wants to wear a skirt?
Well, that's what I wanted to
different.
talk about.
That I
So-
support, but the kilt's stupid.
So, and then, yeah, if you just want to wear a skirt, go, you wear whatever you want. But Travels is saying, to his understanding, he's seen this gentleman before. He's not like, he's not wearing this because he's like, or maybe you want to cross dress or you want to wear women's
well,
clothes.
I only
like,
cross dress while I'm using my power tool.
He's cutting the grass, like wearing like flip flops and wearing this like
Shirt?
stretchy
Is he
little
got a shirt?
No, no
If
shirt.
there's nothing underneath, that is a bold move because one swift breeze.
No,
and the
not
whole
even.
neighborhood
this
is
thing's
seeing
tight.
everything.
It's tight. So
There's
there's
no-
no blowing
Oh,
around.
gotcha.
It's
No
kind of
breeze
like
allowed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because if it wasn't tight, we would have gone back
Yeah.
to it's a form of a kilt, and he's like wearing it.
That's called the
because-
bell, by the way.
Yeah.
When you have a really tight skirt on,
So is
and you're a man, it's called the bell because your clackers are gonna.
and it's only like it's less than mid thigh length too. So this thing's short. I mean, he's
You
definitely
gotta
gambling.
Ask him about it or
So-
get a picture of it.
it's,
I need to see this.
so is there
If I'm walking the dog around there and I catch him, I'll try to not be creepy and take a picture of him.
No, don't snipe him. That could get you into some trouble.
So why are
What,
we?
he's gonna chase me down in his
you're
shirt-
fighting
skirt?
a man in a miniskirt. You don't want to do that.
So let's try to
Ask him politely. Say, sir, can I take a picture of you?
figure this out. So if it's not a kilt of any kind,
Yeah.
and it's not a like you want to wear women's clothes,
Yeah.
is there something to be said about because here's the thing: a skirt,
Burn victim.
a stretchy skirt, is technically comfortable. It'd be like wearing tiny boy shorts.
What
or
about a
whatever.
medical device of some sort? Maybe he's got a rash or a burn, and he has to
Dude,
wear.
this guy's outside like cutting, like squatting down and like cutting stuff
Yeah,
up.
but
and doing,
maybe it's I don't know.
There-
Maybe it's
there could be-
Is it a dressing of some sort? Maybe, and that needs the tension.
well, he's been rocking it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's not like he's doing this.
yeah.
Like I've noticed this.
It's
a few
not
months
one of
ago.
those things that gives you constant pressure on your thighs as a workout thing, is it?
No.
Have you seen
It's
those
not-
things? It's like a
it's called
band.
a booty band.
Yeah, like a booty band that you wear around your legs, and you have to keep your legs out, so it forces you to be like
Sorry.
iso.
No, this looks
Titans
like
or
this
glutes?
is almost like a spa
isokinetic.
wrap.
You
Okay,
know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's almost like a spa wrap or something like that. I don't even know.
Is it one of those spa wraps where Tom, you did that, where they wrapped you and then you dehydrate and you sweat out the toxins or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah,
Is it one of those?
no, stupid.
skirt?
So like let's analyze this. Would a tight, form-fitting, stretchy skirt? Because I am a big fan of tiny shorts.
Right.
And in fact, those new Tom and Dan compression shorts that are on our site right now at tomanddan.com, you go order. I want the 4-inch.
You opted for the 4-inchers.
Yeah, like kind of.
Is that what I got, or I did
Yeah,
get
I
the
think you
long
got
ones?
the 4
And-
inches.
Yeah, I wanted
booty
the
shorts.
This is why I don't understand why you don't support me and my bikinis.
You know, like a.
When I walk around my house, I only
Oh, the
wear
briefs.
tiny bikini briefs.
But that's old man tidy whities.
no, but I am literally all it is tiny shorts.
Yeah,
the tiniest shorts allowed by law.
Yeah, but the tidy whities is I
No,
can't
they're
get over.
blackies.
Oh, the black briefs.
White waistband,
Oh.
tidy blackies. I don't think that's a
I
thing.
go
but-
fancy design jockey brief.
Yeah, the white ones
yeah.
I feel like
So
aren't.
you're both briefmen.
I'm a brief man.
Yeah, we're brief
Yeah.
men.
I'm not. I'm more,
Occasionally a like a boxer brief if I'm doing some sort of compression.
Too
I need
hot.
something.
I gotta have it.
Working out only.
I gotta have my
All your
full
thighs have to be
thigh.
exposed.
Yeah, the entire thigh. Plus, I go high side bikini brief.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I gotta venture. Down
I
that way.
wear my waistband right under my tees.
is
You can't see it?
there
Old Italian
any
gangster.
advantage? Okay, so say you're just a gentleman that likes tiny dukes.
That's me. I do.
And so if you would think, because there's nothing illegal about like wearing a Speedo in your front yard or whatever, you could wear a Speedo. A man could wear a
Yeah.
Speedo and not be arrested for indecency or anything like that. So is there a difference in his mind, if it's just for a comfort thing, between like boy shorts or Speedo and this weird skirt, which you said because your wife has seen this gentleman and claims that maybe there's nothing underneath because his plums fell out one time.
Now.
So
she said that.
So
right? I mean, that's
correct.
That's an accurate account.
It's not like a Serena Williams skirt with
action
culottes
shorts
or
underneath.
action shorts
Yeah.
underneath.
See, I did find hiking skirts for men.
Okay, now we're on to something.
But
What is a
they
hiking
don't look,
skirt?
They don't look exactly tight, though.
That sounds like a utility
Was
kilt.
is it like this?
So that looks almost too long. That looks
Okay.
kind of like a kilt.
Maybe he just had a short hiking skirt.
Maybe he had a
maybe.
mini kilt.
What is that? What is a hiking skirt? I've never heard of that. It's like,
Let's see.
is it because?
Well, you pair it with one of your walking tampons when you're hiking through the forest.
Because what I'm saying is that is there an advantage to not having the crotch part of
Well,
the
you wouldn't
tiny
blow out your
shorts?
crotch. Had Tom Brady been golfing in a kilt with no underwear, he'd have never blown out his pants when he bent over to get the ball out of the cup.
Yeah.
Well, my question is is there that big of a demographic that there's this many companies that are producing men's skirts that aren't obviously for a gentleman or anybody who
Never
are transitioning or anything like that.
Never
it's like for-
underestimate some guy that's got 1% Scottish heritage and he wants to be the hit of the party.
Yeah, but he'd be wearing a kilt though, not this tiny stretchy mini
like
skirt.
yoga skirt. Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of like it looked like a yogi, something you could stretch around in, and be.
Does he have a nice rump?
He was a fit dude.
Yeah, so is it tight? Like, can you see anything in the front?
I haven't really stared
Because
too
you
hard.
know, like when a girl wears a mini skirt or a mini dress, they get that, you get the smooth, you get the lumps at the top, and then it goes down and then there's like a pooch lump.
Yeah, that's the pelvic mound.
Yeah, then the pubic mound
Uh-huh.
is down there.
It says
Well, if it's free flowing, it would just hang naturally, so maybe you wouldn't get the mound.
This guy did like a whole blog about it. He's saying it's faster for when you have to go to the bathroom. Now, he's doing it specifically for hiking. Faster when you have to go to the bathroom. It's more comfortable than shorts, and in warm weather, there's a ton of ventilation.
Faster when you got to go to the bathroom.
Like,
Do
you can just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
go.
Like, I gotta go!
Well, do you pull it
Well,
up
how
like
fast
that?
should I go? I mean,
Are you waiting to the last minute?
I mean, if
Are you in a spacesuit?
if you're wearing like my chubbies, if I don't have a belt on, they're elastic
Yeah,
band.
like
I can just pull the elastic
That's
band
what I do.
and the boxers down fast. I mean, it's pretty GD fast. It's not like I mean, it's almost the same exact time that it would be lifting my skirt up and then just pulling
And
the
it
top.
says more. There's far more range of motion than you might expect. And
depending on how wide the skirt
they have
is.
nice pocket arrangements: 2 on each hip, 1 Velcro security pocket, and 1 drop-in.
I want a
how much-
pocket straight in the center underneath. So I reach under and get something out of there.
If you had stretchy shorts, I mean, your range of motion is, I know, limited by a little tiny percentage, but not that much.
No, I
to
think
be,
your range
right?
of motion in those 4-inch spandex shorts that we bought for ourselves will be better than anything in a kilt.
Well, the kilt is nothing.
Or
so
in a dress. Okay, if I'm
nude.
wearing that skirt, let's say, or if I'm wearing one of these hiking skirts, the only way to get true free range of motion is to pull it all the way up around my waist, and then I look like I'm recreating some scene from Hustlers Barely Legal, and I'm peeing in a barn or something. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
well,
Like,
you're
you would
nude.
hike it all the way
Just-
up,
yeah.
and then you basically all you have is the Speedo.
Yeah, well, you're just nude.
Speedo rules overall.
Well, I don't think there's no Speedo under there. It's the nude.
No,
That's what
I'm
you're-
saying,
Yeah.
I'm saying to you, even at its best, the skirt is still not going to beat a Speedo
Yes,
in your
yes.
range of flexibility.
Yeah.
No, sir, I agree with you 100%.
And a Speedo at least will hide your plums from falling out. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
right, yes.
So, like, it doesn't make any. I don't see any advantage except
if
for
I
the
bend
air.
over with a skirt on in here, you're going to see plumage. If I have on the Speedo,
hold on. I
at the
got it.
very most, you're just going to see creases in my rear end.
I got it. What if the gentleman is so well endowed that he couldn't wear a Speedo
hurts.
because it would
Like
be
an elephantitis?
Yeah.
not
or wraps
elephantitis, but
around.
just like let's just say if you were like built like a Dominic Wilkins,
Okay. Yes.
oh yeah, like or a Carrot Top, where that your hog is so you know that
board shorts are going to be hard for you. You need something that
That you-
gives
you
or
know-
stretches or has a hole in it.
Remember the Boogie Nights? Dirk Diggler was wearing tight jeans. Like you it looks like you're hiding a mag light in
trouser
your
snake.
pants. Yeah. And then that's inappropriate.
Body
for,
wash challenge is what we're talking about.
for your neighbor or anybody, like I used to make the joke back in the day when it was like, I'll pull your pants up. I don't want to see your pants sagging. And then I used to laugh at the ultra country or redneck stereotype where your pants are so tight I could see your bell end, and that's more inappropriate than boxers.
absolutely.
Yeah. Like seeing someone's package is more inappropriate than your bunchy boxers in the back. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's that, and the person is too well endowed to wear a Speedo, but likes the comfort of like just short.
If you were
skirt,
Blippy, if you were YouTube's Blippy, your name would be Bunchy Boxers.
But then again, if you're that well endowed, then any sort of bending over, it's gonna fall on your wood you're cutting or whatever.
How old
your
is this
craftsman
man?
tools.
How old is
Or
this
your-
man?
He's like a mid, I would say early mid-50s Mediterranean looking gentleman.
How
So
is
he's,
he groomed up top?
He's a salt and pepper dark hair, comb back wavy.
Older gentleman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Oh,
facial
here's my
hair?
theory.
I think he might have facial.
You said he may be European, right?
I think he might be some sort of
Okay.
European.
So back when I used to work for Champ Sports at the Florida Mall, there was a lot of Europeans. They
Tiny
used to,
shoes, the
they-
Goodyear?
Yes, they used to come in and they used to automatically go to the women's section because the wall of shoes is set up.
They like those F1 car style
Yeah.
tiny little boots.
the American sneaker was too
Bulky.
think
and
that's it.
bulbous.
Yeah.
I
And we-
found it.
Oh.
It's a men's sarong.
Oh, it is.
All right.
It's way wrong.
Men's half short mini sarong. Because you said it looked kind of like
Yeah, kind of almost like a
something
wrap.
you'd wear at
That
a
looks
spa.
a lot more like
so
it.
Let me
this
see
is
that.
what it looks like.
Okay, all right. So that
Looks comfortable.
now.
A men's.
He's doing yard work. He's
Sarong?
using his like circular craftsman saw in the driveway. Like he's doing everything dangerous that I would say you shouldn't be doing in a sarong.
So this is a men's stretchy sarong.
This
What?
is a thing.
So
All right,
is
let
it
me
like
see
a
what I
skirt?
can
Does it
find
have like culottes underneath? What is it? Is it just a?
Nope. It's just a wraparound.
And do you put
It
it on
looks
like
almost
shorts?
like a towel. No, you wrap it around like a think towel. I thought it looked like you might wrap it around a towel, and I was like, "This guy's gambling, man! Like,
All right, so
I
this
can't get
guy.
a towel
It
to wrap
says
around me and
you can
stick."
wear it around the house to relax, especially when it's hot out.
Okay.
Yep, all right, this explains
You can
it
wrap
all.
it around your surf trunks if you want.
Okay.
But that
These are the things
that
my
doesn't-
wife wears to hide her.
His is shorter than
Yeah,
that.
it's
Or
what-
might
it's
I
what
add,
moms-
his is
yeah, let's just
shorter
say
than
it.
She's
that.
Instead
like,
of a-
I know everyone's looking at my stretch marks. Let me put one of these on.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's what like a mom
Yeah.
or any lady would use to hide certain
Her
parts.
dimple butt.
Yeah. So why did he choose
He's a good-looking guy.
to
He is very attractive. This
do
man in
yard
his ad.
work though? Like this is something that you would
That's exactly what he
lounge
wears.
around on.
That's exactly what he wears to do yard work in, like flip flops,
Yeah.
and that's wrong.
This
Well,
is
if I look like
I'm
that,
thinking
that's
it
how.
is a European thing.
Yeah, that's how I would dress too. He's almost dressed. Yeah, he's almost dressed like I would expect all Hawaiian people to do their yard maintenance.
Yeah, but this is something that you throw on after your massage at a resort when you're wandering out to the to the lanai to overlook the ocean. You know what I'm saying? It's not what you put on to go weed eat in your yard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
But culturally, it could be. That's where
Is it?
That's where we have a misstep here. Yeah.
But or like you go
I
to
bet,
a beach.
I bet culturally this is something that he does all the time, which hence the reason why you guys are always seeing him out there wearing it.
It's odd.
You need to
though.
bring it up because I know you're not scared of this sort of stuff. You're very brave. You need to go over to him and be like, "Hey, man, what is this thing you're wearing? I like
Yeah.
that.
I will.
I want one." And then he'll.
Where'd you buy it?
And that way
Yeah.
you're, catch more flies with honey than vinegar. He'll tell you exactly what he got.
Oh,
then
if he's
you,
European, you could use your European accent because if you
Yeah.
just go talk to like your regular voice,
I
Also-
got to take my shirt off because I got to be like hairy because I got a hairy chest. It's like,
You
"Ugh."
Yeah.
you sound like classic American Joe.
Also,
You
I
sound
knew
British.
I knew a guy that would wear something similar, and he was Samoan. So it could just be
Yeah.
a cultural thing.
And it was a sarong.
It was longer than that.
It's like
one, but
island. Yeah, it's like an island thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Again, though, it's if you're, juggling fire or going out to the beach to.
Might I
No,
add,
he
his
would
one's like
wear
a
it
pale
all the
yellow. It's like a pale pastel yellow, so it's almost like a pee-pee color.
Weird. I'm curious.
You should try it out. Maybe
'cause
you'll be into the sarongs.
Did you know a sarong or sarong means string or to sheath in Indonesian or a Malay.
Let me ask you guys this.
Get the tamarong.
Because this is the same thing. Like, I feel uncomfortable being out in the open with just a towel wrapped around my waist.
Why?
Like, I feel like, well, I'm saying around other people, or like, let's say I go and get changed, or like, say we had a shower in here, and then like I finished my shower and I walked out and I was like talking to you guys, but I just had a towel. I feel like it's inappropriate.
Well, you and I've done that multiple times. Does that make you uncomfortable?
No. I'm saying with me and you. I'm saying around like.
And then every time you turn your back to me and your suitcase is on the ground and you go to change and you do that move where you drop your towel and then you try to put your underwear on really fast. But I hope you know that I'm staring right at your butthole. I mean, looking.
I know.
I mean, white
I know
hot, white hot Superman laser beam eyeballs right into your butthole.
So along the same.
And I'm taking pictures. I'm just.
I feel like it's the same with the sarong. If you're nude underneath, it's like not enough layer in between.
Do you wear underwear under your swimming trunks?
No, but that's more acceptable in our culture, right?
Well, maybe this is
Yeah.
acceptable in his culture.
I started doing that with board shorts. I remember when I was a kid until I realized you don't have to do that. But then I got one pair of white board shorts that got wet, and you could see the outline of my bell end, and it was weird.
I have a Benzie I can't wear to the beach because it
It
completely.
sucks to
Yeah.
it sucks down to my pants, and then I look down. I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah.
I pull it out. I'm sitting there eating
My
a hot
husband has
dog
a
with my
couple of
mom,
those.
and I have my cock out. It's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
This is ACT, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I completely forgot.
There's a couple of them. We can't say the BH thing.
I already made a note of that. Then I doubled down. I'm like, screw it.
You're worse than Deadly Dan. You're the other Deadly Dan.
Oh, now it's
Oh my
Deadly Dan.
God. Maybe you'll kill each
Deadly
other
Deadly Dan.
so we don't get the aftermath. My God. All right. Oh, there it is.
Loose on a Monday.
Right on time.
But when you were so confident with the
I know.
BH, I was like,
Me too.
Roll the dice.
In my head, I was like, wait a minute. FCC rules. You can call someone that, but you can't refer to it, okay?
And then I was like, he's powered through it. He didn't even look at it. Usually,
He's a brave man.
usually, sometimes when he pushed the limit, like
We'll
me and,
kinda look at it, yeah.
me and Daniel will catch each other's eye and just be like, all right. That's
You looked at
but
mine,
yeah,
there's nothing
I
there.
was like, let's power through. And then the last bit of it, I was like, oh, he doesn't realize what show we're on. That's
Then I just reached and got my pencil and wrote it down.
Yeah. All right. Well, Samantha's got an insane amount of editing to do.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little myself to take some heat off of
And,
her.
if you hear a curse word go out on the Treasure Radio, this will be the last show you hear on Treasure Radio. Just that's where you know. So if you don't hear us the next day, you're like,
Yeah, you'll know.
It was that thing I
You'll
just heard.
be like, I was there for it.
Yeah. So there it is. I got that to look forward to.
Guys, we will see you tomorrow.